Hi there guys, welcome to my channel. So basically if you're here, I'm really happy about that, so thank you very much. I'm starting this new series which is basically like adult bedtime story time. I want to read my own original writing and I'd like you to enjoy it as if it were your bedtime story. When I was a kid growing up, bedtime stories are my absolute favourite time of the day, of the night, and I just want to give that to other people. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please like and subscribe to my channel for more of all of this. Enjoy. Thank you. The warm breeze swims over your skin. You slowly roll your shoulder into the soft pillows behind you. Eyes gently squeezing open, a gentle light bursts through two open patio doors. They sway slightly in the breeze, and you along with them. As you breathe in, the fresh smell of the sea fills your senses. Your body sinks further and further into the soft white sheets below you, and you stare out of the side window into the sunshine. You and a small potted plant drinking in the luscious sound of lapping waves. Together. The heat from the breeze dances past your ears and around your shoulders. The leaves on the trees outside gently tap against the wood on the walls of the cabin. As you listen to the water and the leaves outside, any sense of loneliness leaves you. On your next breath, your muscles tense up and suddenly release as you stretch your legs all the way to your toes and they peek out from the bottom of the covers. You sit up and stretch your arms out like wings beside you. You look straight ahead through the patio doors and let out a gentle sigh as you drink in the sapphire sea under the horizon. You slide the thick, soft covers off of you and slide down to the edge of the bed. The soles of your feet brushing against the soft wooden floorboards. The smell of fresh seawater creeps into your nostrils and you're frozen in this moment, surrounded by gentle sounds of friends you know but are not yet acquaintances. You stand up and walk towards the open doors. As you pass through the threshold, the breeze passes by you politely. You gently pad down 4 steps and onto warm, white sand. The tiny grains cascade around your toes and the soles of your feet, and you sink in slightly with every single step. Edging closer to the lapping waves, you notice the sun slowly beginning to wander higher into the cerulean blue sky. The waves greet the tips of your toes and you stand still, heated to the bone by the rising sun. As you stand, peaceful, listening to the sea, a rustling begins behind you in the waxy leaves. Your head turns slowly to the right and you see a pair of legs emerge from the brush, accompanied by a large wooden stick in a strong but weathered hand. You turn away from the sun and look towards the silhouette making their way out of the trees. You invite them towards you with a gentle smile and you see an old man, eyes deep in his face surrounded by wrinkles, each holding the stories of the things he has seen. In his right hand he holds a thick wooden cane, and in his left hand a box, wrapped in brown paper and sealed with a string. He smiles back to reveal a few missing teeth and a kind energy. You exchange a moment of acceptance and walk towards him slowly. As he gets closer, you can smell something sweet wafting towards you. He gestures towards the sand and slowly collapses his knees to sit down. You join him. He looks out into the water and his face fills up with blue as it reflects. His face has been procured by the sun, and his age spots dance across his cheeks cheerfully. You follow his gaze and join him in the wonder of the scene in front of you. Just 2 grains of sand amongst millions more, you sit side by side, never alone. As the sun dances brightly in the sky and beats down onto your bodies, the man turns to you and stares unfailingly. "Another day," he says in a gentle, raspy voice. You turn and repeat, "Another day." He looks down at the package cradled between his chest and his knees and sighs. Filled with curiosity, you allow the silence between you to continue, but the sounds of the waves and the bristling leaves seem to amplify the tension. He slowly reaches his right hand over to caress the box. He gently removes it from his lap and picks up an intense gaze with you as you watch. "I came here for you," he whispers, as you suddenly feel the need to look down at his uncovered feet, which are caked in mud and scratches. The kind that could have only been acquired from a lengthy journey. Your mind wanders as you find his gaze again, wondering how long he had travelled and why. You look down, ashamed that you are now aware of how much effort he expended to be there. "Why me?" you venture, the wooden cabin behind you creaking in anticipation of his answer. The weathered soul purses his lips and stays silent, his dark brown eyes gleaming with good intention and silken shades. He blinks into you as he seems to decide what he's going to say next, but ultimately stays quiet for a time, and you both return your gaze out to the sea. As you sit together, drinking in the peace that surrounds you both, your bodies sway slightly in the sand, all of you in unison with the sounds and smells of your unknown friends. Reason and logic leave you by the second with every exhale, and you become accustomed to the relief it brings you. As you cast your mind back to how you came to be here, you're filled with memories of roaring engines, schedules, and unabated blindness. You cannot imagine that world existing here. In this private moment, which no one may interrupt, you look back at the cabin behind you, casting a solitary shadow across the velvet white sand. Its foundations look peaceful as they rest in the ground, and the patio doors sway ever so slightly along with your bodies and the leaves behind it. You look back at your companion, now feeling resigned to the meaning behind his visit, and sigh as you look into the horizon. He begins to shift a little beside you, and you turn to find he is holding the package towards you with a smile. "Take it," he says suggestively, and you pause. Frozen by the endless possibilities of its content, you reach out your hand slowly. As you grasp the package, you both share a moment of undiscerned happiness. You offer, "Thank you," and he replies, "You're welcome." He begins to stand slowly, grasping onto his cane for support, and you help him up and put your arm under his. His shrunken posture stands well below yours, but your eyes have met unfailingly. "Look forward," he announces, and turns to leave as he battles through the sand in a shaky manner. "Thank you," you whisper as he leaves, without looking back. You stand in the sun, unmoving for a moment, and look down at the package. The worn edges of the box looked like it's seen a whole other life before ending up here. You make your way back to the cabin and perch on the edge of the bed there. For a moment, you think about not opening the paper, but soon decide against it. Once you remove the brown wrapping and place it aside, a brown cardboard box is uncovered, and now in your hands. You open each flap and suddenly notice its contents were very, very light. Inside, covered by a small amount of soil, was a seedling. You instinctively stand to add it to the plant pot standing on the windowsill and give it a little water. The water sinks into the soil and settles. You stare at the tiny seedling for a while as it drinks in the midday sun and wonder, where did you come from? Where do you need to go? A few years later, you pull up in your car to a luscious and well-kept plot of land and let out a deep sigh. As you open the car door and look toward the landmark you came to see, a breeze blows past you and the air fills with blossom. It rains past you as you begin to walk towards the source, a pink and pearly blossom tree in the corner next to a small wall. As you get closer, a small headstone comes into view. You read the words for what always seems like the first time, even though there have been many, many more. Juliet Brown, born 1955, died 2021. A loving and courageous mother and cherished daughter. You walk past it slightly and place your hand on the bark of the tree behind it. The knowledge of its survival purges your soul, and as you stand next to its beautiful flowers, you know that when everything around you feels fleeting, some things always stay the same. So if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me because this is just what I love to do. So if you love it too, that's absolutely fantastic. We can share it. Subscribe to my channel and give this video a like if you would like to. And yeah, any comments, anything you want to say to me, just pop in the comments below. But thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a lovely evening, guys.